Yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo, yo. Happy Tuesday. I had to think about the day, man. Like, I worked last night, so it's technically kind of Monday for me. But what's up, my people? What's up, my people? What's up, everybody? Goldilocks Day Trading. It's Tuesday. We here. Let's trade. As you see, I got my trading view open here just for the, familiarity for folks that trade using trading view. You can still trade order flow, volume profile trading on there, which I'm pretty sure you already seen. Everybody and their mother uses trading view. But anywho, we don't have much time to go over news. Shoot, I don't know if I even went over all the way, so I guess I really do have to go over news. This is my chat GPT workflow. This is what it is, bro. S&P futures up about a third of a percent. Let me make sure I recorded this. NASDAQ up about 6% down, and the Dow is too. I guess we closed near the record highs, which you just seen. We got on the earnings calendar. AMD reports after the close today. Google, Qualcomm, Snapchat, Amazon. Oh, we got some hitters. Reading this real quick. We got to open in like less than 2 minutes. Metals, safe havens, gold and silver have rebounded sharply from recent lows. Gold equities rally, new records in Japan and Europe. Bullish. 500 regains upside momentum. Okay. Alright. Let's look at MES and NASDAQ. Unlock this bad boy. We got about a minute and a half. Let me double check my parameters. We are okay. Alright, we got a minute and a half. Guess we can go ahead and lock. Well, this range is so fucking tight. That's what she said. The range is so fucking tight. As I'm repeating to make it any better. Okay, let's go ahead and I'm okay with ending that. And then, we gotta show gold a little too. Just like looking at that one. Really not my chart of execution. If you look over this channel history, I haven't really been trading it like that. I got an extra MES on here just so you can see the markets and how they're comparing relatively. And this black line is yesterday's high, and the bottom black line is yesterday's low, and the half line is, well, it's not a half line, it's a solid line. They're all solid, just showing us as heavy hitters. So let me go back to the indices. Let's rock and roll. Rock and roll, come on, bro. The fuck? Okay, we got a little sell off a little bit. See how far we have this extended. There's our open. Really didn't want that box to get in my way. Okay, we're underneath the halfway point, and then right now let's zoom in. I'll keep that one at that range, that size on my other screen. We open up at what price? There's a lot of volume from yesterday up here. 50%, underneath the 50% of the day, testing the previous day high. It's either you're gonna fail and come back to somewhere around the 50. They're gonna hold that motherfucker and go up. But this is where I would say that the value area low would be somewhere in this area. Even though you don't see it on here, I don't trade the value system anymore. I just, he said, fuck that. Okay. I don't want to see acceptance above this motherfucking 50. Zoom in a little bit more. Okay. Make sure my chart is selected. Liking that though. In the next high area of volume, it's like over here. There's a lot of volume that's dealt over here. But let me read the story. We created the overnight high, came back and reclaimed 50% and failed to continue. Now we're back underneath it. It's failure. I'm going to sell. I got locked in stop loss. So if it comes back again, it's not going to be a full position. We pushing away. That was a quick decision, bro. I don't know if I like that. And a stop loss. Okay, that's about $20 loss out of $100. One loss. We got another position. We were building some volume down here. Crazy thing is it's about to scale down to there and I got stopped. Oh, you little, let me not do that. I was about to say it. And that's one of the changes I made over the weekend. I don't think that works in my best favor. I'd like you to hit my TP1 before I move my stop loss. There's some data I keep going back and forth on, but this is me now saying now that I have enough data to make a full decision. That's just another way of just control, bro. I just, just let it be. Now I don't want to fuck with you. So I made myself stop for a second because I was aware that I didn't read the fucking story. So no, you create a high and this is really the whole point of me putting the FEB on here, why I fuck with it. Again, there's the volume profile. And this is such a, these two profiles are different. ES and NASDAQ. And what the hell is gold doing? Because I may fuck with you. Because you just mitigated and you going down to, what'd you do? You created a high. That's your gold. So I got one more position. Just fall into it. But NASDAQ went to my area of interest and so did ES. So today's data, we paid $20 to realize I do not fuck with the fucking trailing stop loss. So yeah, TP smash. It would have been moved here manually, so we're moving back to the manual ones. But I'm so glad and grateful for our story reading ability and just being like, bro, no, I see you. You got volume up here. You built volume up here, and you decided to come down. Yeah, I know there's a lot of volume on both profiles at this high, but they're not holding. Honestly, this is where they're rejecting that as well. I would have wanted them to reject that, which is where this little dip. But honestly, don't fuck with the dips. I like to see the actual fucking ledge, like the sell off. The slope here. Right there. You see it clear there. But yeah. Tomato motherfucking tomato. Let's look at gold again. The time is 9:35. Minutes elapsed since the market opened. I thought I changed this. Let's see my market. See my mouse look like it's doing some craziness. The first trade of February. And man, that one may have been that would have been a break-even trade. I like the break-even trade because I would have just moved it to break-even plus the fee. Like, alright, yeah, that's it. Reading gold. Gold ain't really doing what I wanted to do. It's just, yeah. Let's zoom in on it. We did mitigate this. Let me see. Let's see how far he moved down. See, that candle mitigated it. And like I said, the other candles, the ones I moved away from on NASDAQ and all that, what was my entry at? So y'all can't see this because this tab isn't open. $19 position, fee $1. It's only 2 contracts right now because I'm just getting some size on here. I mean, I like that it was a smaller trade, but that'd have been a risk-free trade. Let me see. What was my entry price? I gotta blow this all the way up. Excuse me, I gotta maximize it. Enter that 931.49. That's pretty fast decision. Price in 896.75. The question to myself is, did you move? Yeah, you definitely move 100 ticks. So my stop loss is 100 ticks plus 1. I'm gonna do that backwards. I gotta change that. Unless I change by itself, it's supposed to be. Oh no. No, I see. But I gotta change that. But yeah, it definitely smacked it. We gotta look back at that, and we move on. That was a fast ass decision. And I made it, and there was a little tad bit of apprehension. I don't know what it was for. It wasn't against the position. I think it was like, damn, I did that fast. I read that so fast. I didn't feel like I wasn't ready. I said, damn. Whoa. But yeah, one trade. I take my screenshot, and yeah, this is another thing that happens. I didn't get left today. We just our ATM was too tight. Bro, stop saying that. I'm saying that. I'm saying that, and I'm thinking. I'm thinking what you're thinking. That's what she said. Yeah. So this is our first loss, and it's been a minute because last month was a. And I look at my account because we're still not copy trading this because I have a whole system that I have with this current plan and for this particular portfolio. So we just slow scale. So first trading day of the week, first trading day of the month. So I'm actually pretty glad. Like I said, I've been on the right side of the market these last few days. Okay, and that just comes back to reading the market profile. And the crazy thing is, you guys, one thing that I still have some, I wouldn't necessarily say issues that I'm learning to trust my system, that I don't need to refine it because I still have that mad scientist have it. Like, okay, this is pretty good. What do I make? I could make this even better. But i.e. the little tweaks that I make. But now I feel like, honestly, besides the color change and all that, I really don't feel the need to change anything because I see that this is the higher time frame and the lower time frame is right in the middle. Goldilocks, right in the middle. You have the previous day here, and you have today. Today's attitude, real volume. It was 9:40. I'm gonna go ahead and lock this bad boy. I'm not taking no more trades. That's somewhat that would, like I said, that would no shoulda, coulda, woulda. the way I was trading last week, now I know to trust myself not to change anything, because that was a super successful week. It's like, why you come here changing stuff? Only thing that really needed to be changed was our volume profile, the color. I was not a fan of the way it was popping up, that lime green color, when it came to me, drawing our boxes. And it's funny, I haven't been drawing boxes anyway. Damn, NASDAQ, you gotta be a little BI. Why can you do that when I was into you? Now you wanna show off for these other folks? That crazy, bro. Get your little friends around, you wanna show off? That's crazy, bro. Y'all see this shit? That's crazy, bro. But yeah, we raw risk manage. We'll take that $20 lesson to I'm about to hold myself accountable right now. Let's change this motherfucker right now. I had some other charts I traded, but let me go back to this, because my ticks wasn't supposed to freaking change. Save. This is my NASDAQ template. You guys can't even see that. I think I gotta bring on my my coin tower. I trade a 1-to-1, and it's up to me. It's at my discretion just to make sure I move my stop loss. So I see that now. That's one of the things I was back testing these last few days. Well, I guess going over, working on one of my, cause you trade, man. When you trade, you know this. You never really, you're always thinking of ways of to better your skill set, refine, not necessarily, I guess refine, just, you're a sculptor, you're an artist. Yes, that's why you see some of the changes when I come back up this, when I come back on, it's like changes, day to day. But now I'm just really learning to just trust it, let it be. Because it's definitely proving it. Look at that volume. Look at that volume. Look at that volume, dog. ES, you tripping, bro. Definitely could have got back in, especially if you hold right here. Man, you got potential. The roll down to 150, and you weigh my second deviation here from the previous, the pre-market. And now you also touching my RTH 50%. My favorite positions aren't the these are quote unquote lines in the sand. This isn't where I'll never quote unquote get in. I like getting in at the actual printed I'm gonna say it like that. The actual printed levels, key levels, the overnight high, overnight low, the 50%, overnight, the previous day high, 50%. Previous day, but the way this previous day is looking, I wouldn't get in at no goddamn 50% of that. Well, look at that shit. She look right there, especially right there, them parts. But you know who look good? FES, S&P at this 50%. But NASDAQ, it got, you come down here and y'all not, doing y'all dance together. You got time to slip. So let's see. Let you see ES. We all see ES expanded here. We got some people that set the prices down here, but we're reclaiming the range, the new range. So it's not like, okay, then this is where my box comes in. You open up at the edge of that shit underneath, and then here we are underneath. So we got room. So this is the dynamic 50 for both, because I do it by sessions. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I forgot. I forgot. I just seen it and realized that, hey man, this is what this story telling me, bro. Oh, and this is another thing that changed. My box on here, because I was looking back at my footage, and I mean, I don't like the way this is popping up, like standing out to me. I also changed my ES volume profile calculation for how it, it calculates the transactions. I had it aggregated, but now it's just show me how it is. But yeah, that's all the changes, being transparent. I changed some shit, tweaked some things. Sometimes you can tweak it a little bit too left, but I didn't change the theory at all. I almost did, so it's just like, okay, I really feel like I'm done. I've been doing this for years and just, feel like I'm done. I feel like this is our system. No VWAP. I still, still stay open. And I'm like, you know what, bro, I could trust this. The data shows. I just, I trust myself, and I'm still curious. But don't lie, bro. It don't mean you don't not do it. You just look at gold. And like I said, brain fart. That's he really over here chilling in here with me. I wonder what the hell my cat went to. He behind me. Good dude. He really be cutting up. Let me try that again. Swoski. What the hell? This is the new high of gold. This is the current retrace. It goes the previous candle close underneath it. I mean it's bearish, but that shows me, hey, I need to see y'all prove it. You keep coming back, once it pauses, it keeps coming back to the motherfucking median, bro. Practice that shit. I promise you guys you'll see it. Just practice the daily. Practice the daily with the daily range. And just watch live price with volume. You just keep seeing it keeps doing that. It keeps reaching. It goes back into the range. And it goes back to the median. And you want to see where the volume is at the median. And there you go. I can actually get another trade, but I'm busy talking. I'm busy talking. But yeah. I actually gotta adjust this because it doesn't look like it's actually anchored to this low. It's you need to have that right? Let me make sure you guys see what I see. Okay, you see gold. Did that for gold, and you see yes, I adjusted that one a tad bit because it was off a smidge. I'm so goddamn silly, bro. Goofy. Not in that. Let's not go there. Not in that way. That's it. Let's not go there. Yeah. Do a little water break. Excuse me. It's so crazy to admit that I'm so used to changing shit that you have to really show yourself that, hey, stop. Nigga, stop. For real though, but anyway, it's 9:50, 20 minutes in the open. And NASDAQ came so goddamn far out of this pre-market. Well, it made no sense, but you definitely my second deviation, and ES is at our pre-market low. I must say, taking that particular trade, I didn't know I wasn't aware that that was the setting until I remember I did that. So I will take accountability for that. But I also remember myself saying, hey man, if you have a trailing stop loss, you're not trailing your fucking wedges. You're just trailing the price. And that's not helpful for our thesis, our system, our belief. You know, that's still a form of control and, you know, controlling where price is going to go, or just control. It's a form of control. And I'd rather just let the market do what it do. You meet my requirements, and I'm going to just trust you. Trust the probabilities and let it be. And I honestly don't like how stimulating that was, even though, you know, my hands aren't on. I just don't, you know, I'm taking all this into consideration. Because all of that is your trading plan. It's you. Yeah. Doing the dance. Yeah, I like how this profile pops up with our rectangle, our retrace box. Curious thing is gold. Let's show you gold in this retrace box. Let me see. Show you it. Honestly, I could take all of this into consideration because it came all the way down to here. Yeah. So actually it didn't close beneath it. But you do want to go from high to low, but honestly, this is all what I would call a retrace. When you actually take in consideration the freaking profile, looking for the highest point, which also could include the it could be behind it per se. Like I said, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the most interested in trading gold sometimes, but it's finally looked like it's about to turn around. I don't trade it for that quote unquote do the dance thing, because nah. I just say, hey, you're the safe haven. You had to sell off. It's just context of what the hell you're doing. We came in the highs, or are you gonna roll back down? But if I do see that would be, but they're gonna do it. And now you're showing all this rejection underneath, and then you got this clear ass ledge on the other side. So you take all that into consideration. This is the high day. We just created one thing is I don't like is that you're doing that up here and you're not coming back down to the 50% right now. So that's showing me spidey senses. Are you just gonna run off on these fellas? Are you gonna run off on these fellas? That's fucked up. It's fucked up. Curious. Well, I'll come back and see that. But yeah. This is NASDAQ. That's just so crazy. You so nasty, bro. You so nasty. 923 fucking ticks. Almost said something crazy. You know what? I'm a changed man. Need a sense of humor. Definitely need a sense of humor taking these losses, bro. It's like, oh man. And to be, you know, you. So it's just really, you know, trading is so you, bro. Just when people say, the whole psychology thing, trade like a goddamn robot. How the hell you trade like a goddamn robot? I ain't never been a robot in my life. How the fuck I'm gonna trade like something I never did? And then you're the one that's making the decisions. You're the one that's clicking the button. So yes, of course you're gonna feel away. You've been feeling away. You know, not as far as like emotional. You've always been, you know, with feels. It's a fucking human nature. remember somebody else said that, a guru, I said that, bro, I was on the stage. Well, I was going to slap the goddamn mic to do with him. I said, I ain't going to do that, bro. It ain't that. I said, oh, man. Oh, man. But yeah, that's that, y'all. So like I say, man, we got voodoo left. And honestly, the thing I don't really like about gold is that it's not as consistent with its volume during my trading hours. Gold is more so, you trade gold like during overnight, because if you look at this price action, just box off your price action and it'll show you, bro, consistently where the motherfucker move. Just pay attention and stop trying to tell price where it's going to go in your time that you sit down. So that's why I like trading overnight, because it's there. It's my most recent data. It's not yesterday. It's what's going on right now. But yeah, we came all the way down. Right, we outside our deviation of the overnight, and it looks like NASDAQ, you know, we claimed the range and, you know, it's dropping to our median. Hiccup around RTH, you know, you see that? This is my RTH median. Honestly, I would have thought you would did that shit right there at this ledge, but you see, it's going to be do the dance right here in the same area. That's why sometimes I'll be like, man, fuck yesterday's volume, because today's price ain't yesterday's price. Who that came from? Not one dude that came from Fat Joe. Can't even call the dude Fat Joe no more. Yesterday prices ain't today prices. Used to watch his ass on MTV Cribs with their licking shoes and shit. Yeah, they fresh. Man. I could probably give away my but hey, it is what it is, it is what it is. But yeah, you got up out of there, my boy. But gold isn't doing anything. Let me see. Honestly, I should move a chart here that we can actually trade. Don't worry. The crazy thing is this chart hasn't been changed. It's actually I said we want to see a live drop up. Let's do a live drop up together. Okay, making sure it's color selected. This is the Dow Mini. Ooh wee. This is a naked chart. Let's come back into the range. Crazy that this one's doing something totally different. What the hell are you doing, bro? We reached up, then dropped. That's weird as fuck. Excuse me. I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of doing this while streaming. This is our previous day high and low. Cause it's a little buggy. Not buggy, but delayed. We got the highs clearly. This is the pre-market range, and this, man, that shit's so tight. What's the point of drawing that? But we're gonna do it for consistency. Clearly broke outside the range. Came right back to it. Here's our ETH range, and then now we draw our previous day. Market opens at 6 p.m. everybody, but hey, it's a little, hold on. I be forgetting. FEB, light skin, super light skin that a brother can't see. No. You gotta change that, my boy. Previous day. A nice little trade. So like I'm kind of, you know, I'm at this point. I'm at this point. The previous day is important to me to see how it transacted to its current, you know, what's the best way I can word that? I like seeing the previous day to see how the context behind it, how the candles formed, the volume was formed, and you know how this range, the attitude of the previous range. Oh yeah, there we go. We just talked around with that. That's what I like. But so I have this back and forth because I don't want to look at it during our session. It's not really the most important to me during the session because I just like to see how it formed, and how overnight respected it. And, we stayed at the top side. Okay, now we need the current day. 6 p.m. Hey, hold on, no, I ain't gonna do that. Just open it up. So only thing I do like that. Only thing I like about Trading Views custom profile or anchored profile is that I don't have to draw the boxes a certain size. You just literally it's pinned to time. It's not pinned to the X and Y axis. And there we go. But I love that. Well, I'm pretty sure Trading View does that, but please. But yeah, there we go. That's the Dow. Read that story, reclaim the 50, but it failed to reclaim the 50, and then out of nowhere, you just turn around. I ain't gonna say out of nowhere, but you see the indices that are fucking selling off, and you're doing, I don't know what the fuck this is. Then it makes me want to drop it off my goddamn chart, because what the fuck you doing? RTK, where you are? RTY? Let me see. I'm into my goddamn indices and RTK. I don't really know go back to this. I'm just trying to see the most valuable. So you don't find gold to be don't get me wrong, gold, but not at my time. Not at my time, bro. Not at my time. You look like they both did the same thing. Honestly, that may be my answer. So this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. There you go. No trade, but hey, I'm making decisions live, you guys. You see that? I'm not changing nothing. Cause I'm like, okay, if you're not going to trade that, why is it taking up your real estate? And I went through my indice list. I'm like, bro, gold is, like I said, very valuable, but it doesn't help me because there's a confidence bottleneck because your volume, and that's my practice. Like I know I trust these two. I know. But anyway, that's enough trading today, you guys. One trade, Jay, and I'm done. And it says $20. That's not a scratch. That's a pretty, not a significant loss. We just traded 2 micros at 100 ticks. So, so somewhere around $100. So, that's still, pretty decent risk management. But, the data, so that $20 loss is so valuable. So fucking valuable. I'm like, man, just trust your last week data and performance. So let's show the fuck up. Let me change this size. Show the fuck up like we do. Other than that, you guys got, excuse me, what the heck? You guys got any questions? Drop them down below. Any suggestions? Drop them down below. If you fuck with the live stream, let a brother know. Hit the like button. Other than that, Goldilocks Live Day Trading. Yeah. Peace. Happy Tuesday, everybody. See y'all tomorrow. Wednesday, we back live and loaded.